Alright,
What, one?
1, 2, 3.
Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast.
Era.
Copywritten. This is episode number 25. We're gonna get into UFC Fight Night Glasgow. Glasgow. First fight we're gonna talk about.
Okay, you're saying it in American. That's it.
Yeah, we're saying it in American.
The American way.
Charlie Ver versus Golor Bofando. Round 1, Bofando by knockout by the canvas. Bofando grabbed Charlie Ward and decided, I don't want to have to punch you. Eat canvas. And he slammed him on the ground, face first. He basically spiked him. And that was the end of the fight. I mean, he went in for a punch, but it looked like it grazed him. But the dude was out already.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was probably knockout of the year.
Damn.
One of the knockouts of the year.
That is true.
Alexandra Pantoja versus Neil Siri. This was Neil Siri's last fight. Pantoja won the first and the second round. And yeah. He won. Pantoja won by rear naked choke. Siri went down like a champ. Enjoy your retirement. Let's see what other fights are worth talking about. Stevie Ray versus Paul Felder. Paul Felder killed Stevie Ray with an elbow to the face while he was on top of him. He made his head bounce off the canvas, knocking him out. Good work by Paul Felder. Another Duke Rufus fighter. Cynthia Calvillo versus Joanne Calderwood. Calderwood couldn't make weight for this fight, and she still lost. Round 1 I gave to Calvillo. It was a pretty boring round. They just moved in circles, but Calvillo got the takedown and took Calderwood's back almost immediately and threatened with an armbar. If the round didn't finish, she probably would have pulled off that armbar. Round 2 I gave to Calderwood. Again, pretty boring stand-up. But Calderwood was applying the pressure and she was just landing the better shots. Round 3 was Calvillo. She controlled the stand-up this time. Also got the takedown at the end of the round. Took Calderwood's back and sunk in the rear naked choke. But time ran out. So I gave it to Calvillo. Gunnar Nelson versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio knocked out Gunnar Nelson cold. I thought Gunnar Nelson was gonna win that fight. I didn't know much about Ponzinibbio till that point.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you.
Son of a bitch. So
Hey, mama ain't no bitch.
so yeah, I thought Gunnar Nelson was gonna win. I mean, he's been on a roll. He beat pretty good guys, you know, like Alan Jouban. So I was expecting him to give Ponzinibbio problems, but in the post fight, Gunnar Nelson said he got his eye poked by Ponzinibbio, but he didn't stop the action. Like he just kept going, and that cost him the fight.
Because Gunnar Nelson is a robot.
Yeah, because Gunnar Nelson is a robot, but online people were posting up the picture, and yeah, it was an eye poke. People were first bashing Gunnar Nelson because he said no excuses. The dude knocked me out, but I got eye poked. And, you know, people started bashing him because nobody saw it. But then, like, online, pictures started popping up, and then you see, like, Ponzinibbio's...
Yeah, he Three Stooges.
Yeah, like, he Three Stooged them, like, you know, it looked like he was trying to stick his hand in a bowling ball. And you see it going in Gunnar Nelson's eye. So,
Damn.
you know, hey, shit happens. Gunnar Nelson doesn't seem, like, too sour about the loss. He's just like, I got knocked out. You know, but I got eye poked. But, yeah, Ponzinibbio showed everybody he got ill popping his punches
And his fingers.
So, ladies, go look out for Ponzinibbio. Stipe Miocic versus Cain Velasquez is targeted for UFC 216. Let's cross our fingers and hope Cain Velasquez does not get hurt.
Yeah, because he trains at Bedrock.
He trains at Bedrock, you know, AKA. So, you know, they train like in dodgeball. If you could dodge a wrench,
You can dodge ball.
you can dodge a ball, but instead his ball is his fist. So, I'm going with Kane if he comes through. If he makes it to the fight, I'm going with Kane. Kane already showed that even though he has long breaks and fights, he still comes in at tip-top shape and he still mauls people.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to show a lot of ring rust.
Yeah, he doesn't show. I mean, I guess because training with DC and Luke, you know, because they pretty much brawl. It's not sparring; they're brawling. So, yeah, I'm hoping. I want Kane to win, and to me, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He just had a bad luck with injuries. I think if he can stay injury free, Kane holds that belt for a while.
Yeah, if AKA can change their training regimen and not, you know, throw rocks at each other.
Yeah.
As part of their core strength training, yeah.
They could do it.
He might be alright.
Yeah, he might be alright.
Right.
Sad news in the world of film, especially zombie films.
Yes, the creator right here.
George A. Romero died at the age of 83. All of us grew up on his movies. All of us probably been scared by his movies at one point in our lives.
Or gross the fuck out.
Or gross the fuck out. I was personally scared of Night of the Living Dead when I first watched it when I was a little kid. I don't know why my father let me watch that shit at like 7 or 6 years old.
They're gonna get you, Barbara.
Yeah. Even though it was in black and white, that was in black and white.
Black and white.
In black and white, it was still terrifying.
Even though the black man died.
Yeah, but
that
that was the point. But George A. Like, you wouldn't have 99% of the zombie films, 100%.
We wouldn't have any zombies.
Yeah,
if
you
it wasn't really for him.
Yeah, without him, so.
I mean, there's a reason the zombie's called the Romero zombie.
Yeah, so, you know, you got, you know, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, any zombie movie, Evil Dead, all that shit wouldn't be existing without Romero, so.
Matter of fact, Zack Snyder wouldn't be here without.
Yeah.
The Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah. All that. So, yeah.
Which one's your favorite? Out of
Night
the
of the
four?
Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead.
Me, it was Dawn.
You know what's funny? I would always say Dawn, but then when I was young, when I first came across Day of the Dead.
No, Day of the Dead
That was
is
the bunker one. That was the most grossed out one.
To me, it's always gonna be Night of the Living Dead because that was the first one I've ever seen, and that was the one that gave me nightmares when I was a kid.
Nah, Day of the Dead was my favorite. Like, that was my favorite.
So we all can say Land of the Dead was horrible.
I didn't think Land of the Dead was
I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great either.
I think it was horrible. I mean, it was okay for what it was.
I didn't think it was great. I mean, I enjoyed it though. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I didn't think.
I think it could have been a little bit more better, and I'm still a little upset because remember Romero had the script for Resident Evil.
Yeah, that one was the one that really.
That broke my heart.
Broke my heart when they gave Romero, like, yo, you can go do Resident Evil, and then they went with Paul W.
Paul fucking W.S. Anderson.
That piece of shit. Because Romero wanted to do it like the video game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, Jill, are you there?
Oh,
Yeah, like, I with the dogs and all that. Like,
with Tyrant.
Like, it would have been so dope if we would just been in the house with that claustrophobic feel, like the game, with that dark look to it.
The big ass spider taking over
with the slow zombies, like Romero style, because that's what the game was based off of, Romero zombies. And you had the perfect guy to do it, Romero. So, I mean, when they gave that shit to Anderson, it was just like, oh, what the...
Disrespect.
I mean, according to what they said, that they weren't happy with the script, and...
I read the script. The scripts... It was promising.
And they weren't happy with the direction he was taking the film. So I was like, oh...
He was going off the video game, though, so what's the point? I mean...
Because he didn't have any characters jump kicking dogs. Like, that's why.
Like, the Resident Evil...
I know exactly what you're talking
about. The Resident Evil franchise is garbage. I still, to this day, have yet to watch more than a half an hour of any of those films. Like, the minute I look at them, I'm like, oh, that's an automatic pass. I'm not even watching this shit.
They're bad movies.
Like, they're all
really
terrible.
Good. They're not
like,
really good.
They're like they're trying to be the Matrix with zombies. Like it's just so bad, so bad.
I remember when I saw the first Resident Evil movie. At first I was like, there's nothing about this that's like Resident Evil at all.
I remember I went to the movies with Shorty and I decided not to no longer watch the movie, just be more in tune with her in the theaters.
I'm good. I feel like
Fuck the movie.
I'd have been like, baby, can we leave? We out.
I still haven't watched these movies.
Alright.
I saw the trailer and I automatically was like, this is a no. This is a no.
I saw it and I remember when I saw it on cable, and I was like, this is an hour and a half that I'm never getting back.
Of your life.
Yeah. I honestly felt that way. It's like, yo, this is an hour and a half of my life that I'm never.
Watched them. I never will.
It's getting sad, man.
And after that,
and why they keep bringing back Mila Jovovich?
because that's his wife.
No, that's why.
That is his wife?
Amy, yeah. She married to this.
That's why they
Makes
keep making these
sense.
goddamn films.
It's like Rob Zombie all over again. With Sherry Moon's out.
Yeah, but she's
At least she's a better actor.
Well, we lost Wes Craven. Who else is another one?
Martin Landau.
Martin Landau died too.
yeah. He died.
Damn.
Fucked up.
Yeah, so we got Wes Craven gone. We got George Romero gone. What's next? John Carpenter? Damn.
Don't jinx it, nigga.
What the fuck you mean, yo?
We might lose Stephen King.
Whoa! Don't say that, man.
Yeah, please don't say that.
Word.
Going on to sneaker news. Saucony is dropping multiple collaborations next month on August 25th. If you follow Saucony Sneaks, it's an Instagram page called Saucony Sneaks. They usually drop everything that Saucony. They drop news on everything Saucony. Usually collaborations and upcoming Saucony sneakers. Not the runners though. Usually like the Saucony originals. This collaboration is done in part with multiple internet sneaker personalities, dudes that do a lot of sneaker reviews and stuff like that. One of the pages that's one of the internet personalities that are doing it is an Instagram page called Sneaker Shouts. They're putting out a Saucony Grid SD called Portuguese Gold. It's a pretty dope. It's a Grid SD. It's gray and black with the Portuguese gold coin on the tongue. It's pretty dope. I thought it was like that's one of the pairs I do want to cop.
I don't even like sneakers and those look tough.
Another internet personality is called DJ Dells. He's dropping a Grid 9000. Anybody who knows me and Sauconys, I don't like the Grid 9000. I think they're big and bulky. It's usually because of the sole on the bottom. It's just ugly. It's a big glob of rubber. I'm a big fan of the Grid. I think it's 8,500 because they switched the sole on the bottom, and it looks a lot more streamlined. I like that version better. He's dropping a Grid 9000 called Miami Nights. It's white and black, and then when you turn the sneaker over on the bottom of the shoe, basically the sole is translucent with a Miami background with his face on it. Yuck. I don't want a nigga's face on the bottom of my shoe. Hess Kicks is dropping one as well. It's a Grid 9000. It's the ugliest out of all the sneakers. It's the grossest. It's called the Turntable. It's based off the Technique turntable because he's a DJ. It's fucking gross. It's a black, silver, and purple sneaker with a green bottom. Disgusting. Yeah, I think he just made it for himself because I don't think he's expecting people to buy it because it's ugly. It's fucking gross. It's a Grid 9000 at that. Like I said, I hate that silhouette. It's big and clunky and it's fucking ugly. Another dude called Bull Trek is dropping a Grid SD called the Jade Temple. The colors are kind of reminiscent of the Diodora A Few collab that they dropped called the Highly Addictive. They have a see-through, a translucent jade bottom, pink in the front, or more like a real light red, and like the sneaker itself is kind of creamish, but that looks pretty dope. I I don't know if I really want to cop it. It looks cool though. I don't know. When the date comes, I'll probably look but that's probably like, and the runnings of the 3 sneakers I want to get, that's probably like number 3. As far as like first and second is number 3. Tony D2 Wild, he's dropping also another grid SD called Tiger. It looks more like a cheese doodle. It's black and orange, and you know usually black and orange is dope. Like if you do it right, like if you throw it out with like some gray in there to mix it up. But it's just straight up black and orange, and then he put like these ugly, like I guess it kind of looks like a cheese doodle. Like he put like these little swirls in the orange as well, and it make it just look like a crunchy cheese doodle. And then he put an ugly tiger on the tongue. It could have been a lot better, but hey, I guess that's what he wanted to do. So hey, that's his sneaker. Sneakerhead in the Bay is also dropping a Grid SD. It's a cool colorway. It's burgundy and black, and then it has the river on the Saucony S is gold. I mean that's the only throw off for me. I thought it was like burgundy and black. It would have been like crack, but that little strip of gold. I already got a gold sneaker with the Diodora Goodwill out, so I'm not really looking forward for another gold sneaker. And probably the best one out the bunch is Former Simpson. He's doing a Grid SD as well. It's called the Bubba Gump. It's based off Forrest Gump's Bubba Shrimp hat. It's red. It's a light red, and then a burgundy, and then pink, and then of course a little hint of blue. The story behind it was that his family was poor, and they grew up watching a lot of Forrest Gump. That was like family time together. They watched a lot of Forrest Gump, and he always liked the scene where Forrest goes running off with the hat. And he goes, I think I'm gonna go for a run, and the hat starts off bright red, and then as he keeps running and running over the months, it turns like a dark red from the sweat and the dirt, so it looks burgundy. So he added those colors to the sneaker. They're all dropping August 25th on Saucony.com, and each sneaker will only be 100 pairs each. So Hes Kicks will probably sell 1. DJ Dells might sell like a good 20 or 30 because it's a white and black sneaker, and some reason people like Grid 9000s. I mean, as much as I hate the Grid 9000, I do have a pair of them, and that's the Sweet Treats, and I barely wear them. I mean, they're comfortable, but like I said, they look so fucking bulky, and I'm not a big fan of bulky sneakers. But I brought them, and I wear them when the weather lets me. But yeah, August 25th. Cop them if you like them. I'm probably gonna cop the Former Simpsons or the Portuguese Gold. Those are pretty dope. Also, Saucony is doing a worldwide release of Summer Nights. They did a limited release of the Summer Night sneaker on Saucony.com last week. I didn't know they were going to do a worldwide release. I thought that was going to be it. So, y'all still have a chance to copy. Different boutiques like sneakerpolitics.com, Bait, other Ubik, I think is going to have them, West NYC, I think, not Kif, but Concepts might have them as well. So go online and happy hunting. Hope y'all guys luck out. I got my pair. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all guys the pair.
Fucking show off.
Not show off, yo. Alright, so these are the sneakers. These are the Saucony Sunsets. Really dark navy blue, translucent grommet, I guess, with like gold flake in it. This whole toe area right here, that shit's 3M. So buy it as a snug fit, because if you buy it loose, it's gonna crease up like a motherfucker. So if you wear a 9.5, buy 9.5. Don't go a size bigger, because you're gonna crease these up real bad, because that's 3M. The rest of the shoes, premium suede, premium leather, translucent bottom with gold flake in there. Like I said, it's a dope ass sneaker for the summer, even for the fall. I mean, the colors alone let you rock them for the fall, because navy blue can't go wrong. They come with 3 pairs of laces, flat wax blue, navy blue, flat wax burgundy, and then rope lace navy blue. So yeah, they come out next week. I mean, they come out Saturday the 21st. I know on sneakerpolitics.com they're dropping at 12 a.m. So stay up Friday till 12 a.m. and you could cop them.
Yeah, and hopefully this podcast is up by that time.
Yeah, hopefully the podcast is up by then.
Oh, it definitely should be up by that time.
So yeah, that's what they're dropping. Yeah, those sneakers are dope. I mean, they if anything, they kind of I think they took a nod from the Kith collaboration with Asics, the salmon toe, but I actually like these more. Like I said, Asics Gel Light 3, I like those sneakers, but I don't know. I think Saucony to me makes better sneakers than Asics, and the way they executed it, especially with the burgundy and the different colorations in the Saucony S, to me it knocks it out the park. And then of course, the navy blue on this one, to me, is better than the navy blue that's on the Gel Light 3s, and of course the pink, because it has 2 different colored pinks. That also helps it too. So if you like Saucony and y'all want to cop the Sunsets, they're dropping this Saturday the 21st. Some boutiques online are going to be dropping it at 12 a.m. So happy hunting, and hopefully y'all guys cop a pair, because like I said, I already got mine when they did the limited release. So yeah.
Aren't you lucky?
Aren't I lucky? So let's talk about UFC Fight Night Long Island. That's coming up this Saturday. The main event is Chris Weidman versus Kelvin Gastelum. But we're going to talk about the lesser fights on it. It's actually a pretty decent card for free on Saturday. Jimmy Rivera versus Thomas Almeida. That's going to be a brawl.
Yeah.
I'm going with Almeida, though. He has the reach advantage. Also, I think that pressure that Almeida likes putting on fighters is really going to help him. The thing about Jimmy Rivera, like, he's a brawler, but he kind of wilts under pressure too. Like, if he gets any kind of resistance, he kind of like not gives up, but you could tell like he wants out. So,
that's not good.
I mean, he's a middle of the road fighter. Like, he's definitely a gatekeeper. So this is gonna be a good fight. I think Almeida wins though. Almeida got pop. Almeida got hands. Almeida's younger. He's taller. He's rangier. I think he picks apart Jimmy Rivera. What you got?
Almeida.
You're going Almeida.
I'm gonna go Almeida.
Patrick Cummings, aka Durkin, versus Gian. I'm gonna lose Vellante. I'm going with Durkin. I think his wrestling is going to play a major role in this fight, and he skates off into a decision. Gian Vellante, he's just bad. He beat this nigga Shogun, but he beat an old washed up Shogun, and that shit was a struggle for him to beat an old washed up Shogun. He almost got knocked out in that fight against Shogun. He almost got finished. It went to decision, I think. Did it go to decision? I think it went to decision. But Durkin's a younger guy. Durkin's a stronger guy. I think just Durkin has better tools in his arsenal than Gian. Gian just has the will to lose. So
The will to lose.
it's the will to lose. So I'm going with Durkin on this. it probably goes to more than likely it goes to decision, but Durkin's gonna wrestle his way to a win in this one. Gian Vellante is just, I mean, I think they keep him around because it's Chris Weidman's man, but yeah, I'm going with Patrick Cummins, going with Durkin.
Same here. Pat Cummins got this.
Yeah. Dennis Bermudez, he's just Jimmy Rivera Part 2 versus Darren the Damage Elkins. This is going to be another straight up brawl. Derek Elkins is the guy with the tattoo on his chest that says the damage. That he had that ill brawl that looked like he was going to get finished. And then he came back. He's with Team Alpha Male. He looks like a straight up trailer park trash guy.
Like everybody at Team Alpha.
Yeah, like does. This is gonna be another straight up brawl. Elkins has been known to take a lot of damage. But if he uses his reach advantage, he can cause a lot of problems for Dennis. It's a toss up fight, but I'm leaning towards Elkins. Dennis Bermudez is kind of like Jimmy Rivera. They look promising, but for some reason, when they start climbing up in competition, they kind of fold under pressure. So I'm going with Elkins. Elkins, he just seems to have a nice little roll going. And plus, he's rolling with Team Alpha Male, so these guys nowadays, their coaching is pretty good now. So they'll have good game plans for this.
The striking still ain't shit.
Yeah, striking still ain't shit.
Are we ready? We recording?
Yeah, man. Like
1, 2, 3.
Well. Look, we're here.
We're back.
Yeah.
Wow. Look where you at.
Yeah.
What happened?
This is all Marc's fault.
Is it?
We had over 2 hours worth of footage
We did.
of episode 25.
Yes.
We did.
Yes. Yeah.
2 whole hours.
2 whole hours.
We lost an hour and a half of everything.
That's
An
how
hour and a half of our lives. I'm sorry.
Like I said, every post, every Instagram, everything, it's Marc's fault. 99.9% of the time is Marc's fault, and then the other percent is up to like just error that happens, you know. But it's Marc's fault every fucking time.
Words of the wise. Always make sure the battery's charged.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were speaking into nothing. So, picking up for where this terrible edit's gonna come out out of.
I feel like we should have never acknowledged that it was an edit. We're just sitting in different places.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh well, jokes on us.
Yeah.
We were talking about Darren Elkins versus Dennis Bermudez. I picked Elkins. I think he's gonna win. Let's talk about the headliner. Chris Weidman versus Kelvin Gastelum. I'm going with Gastelum. This is gonna be loss number 4 for Weidman. I think Gastelum's just gonna pick him apart, and that's the end of it. Weidman's gonna be fighting in Bellator, unless they keep him for some reason.
They probably will. I mean, look how long they kept Travis Brown.
Hashtag.
Yeah, true. No, but
No.
Travis Brown had Ronda in his corner.
So what?
Who destroyed her career?
He has Matt Serra, who's fucking Dana White's BFF. They go on trips and shit together and film TV shows.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah, so there's a really good chance that he's not going anywhere.
Damn. You might have to see more of Chris Weidman.
Yeah, Chris, the robot Weidman.
Yeah, Chris the Robot Weidman.
He's a prototype Terminator.
Yeah, he's so boring. We're gonna talk about the false rumor of Jesse Vargas knocking out Conor McGregor during sparring. First they said it was Brandon Rios that did it. Now they're saying that it's Jesse Vargas. Paulie Malignaggi already said that timeline makes no sense because Conor was on tour, doing the press conferences.
And he was training in Europe at the time.
Yeah, he was training in Europe at the time for May Mac, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is just bullshit started by the boxing community. You know, they're sour about this fight. You know, they have this whole holier than thou attitude when it comes to boxing. Anything that to them disturbs boxing,
the sanctity of boxing.
the sanctity of boxing, it's just ooh. But my thing is, there's been so many joke fights in boxing itself, so I don't understand why they're mad at this.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's actually taking this fight seriously as some kind of actual fight, you're the people that are gonna be stupid enough to buy this thing. Like,
yeah.
You're the marks. You're the guys that they're after. Yeah, this. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is a money fight. It's a cash grab. If you really think Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather really don't like each other, the joke's on you. This is complete dog and pony show. This is
WWF.
This is WWF 101. Matter of fact, Carney 101. Like, this is all a work. So you thinking that this is a real deal thing? Yeah, good luck to you. But again, to everybody who's a boxing fan who's like, oh, he's not a real fighter. Yeah.
He is a real fighter.
He's a real fighter. He's not
in every sense of the word.
Yeah, he's not a boxer.
Boxing is not fighting.
It's boxing.
It's boxing.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. Also, what popped up in MMA, Stipe Miocic is in a standstill with the UFC over contract dispute. So him and Cain Velasquez might not happen.
Oh,
he's talking about he has a problem that he's the champ and dudes are getting paid more than him. First Verdum got paid more than him. Well, he had to beat Verdum to be the champ, but Alistair Overeem got paid more than him to fight Stipe, and Stipe is a champ. So he's like, and I think Cain is looking to get paid more than him as well.
Yeah, I mean.
But the thing was, Cain brings in a lot of people.
Yeah,
so,
but still, you're a champ.
Yeah, you're the champ.
Nobody should be making more money than the current champ.
So, right now that fight's at a standstill.
I guess Gengar was right.
Show me the money, bitches.
Show nothing.
I mean, also the UFC, with this, they don't want to pay people out. Stipe brings fans. He's a good draw. He's pretty popular. Yeah. I mean, he's not a big name, but
not yet.
But I mean, you saw what he did in Cleveland. I mean, that was a big ass arena. He sold the fuck out.
Yeah, man.
Does he bring in money?
He brings in money. People watch his fights. He's exciting.
People like him. He's an exciting fighter. Plus, he's the biggest thing in Cleveland right now.
Yeah, he is. Besides, motherfucking LeBron.
He brought in the chip before that.
Yeah, he brought in the chip before that.
Okay.
Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park died at the age of 41. He hung himself.
Yeah, he didn't like the new album either. He wasn't very proud of it.
Asshole.
I wasn't a fan of
you asshole.
I wasn't a fan of his music, but it's still sad to see a person go like that. He left 6 kids plus family,
friends,
friends, bandmates. So it's sad.
Sorry, bitches.
We don't know about that, but it's sad when you see somebody die and the first thing people say was like, "Oh, he was a coward," or he took the easy way out. Well, when people suffer from depression, that's not an easy way out. These people get an overwhelming feeling. It's not that they want to do it. It's their brains are wired a certain way. They can't fight that. That's why. Yeah, a lot of people with depression. That's why they become artists, musicians. Because that's their countermeasure.
That's their scapegoat.
That's not their scapegoat. That's their countermeasure to it. They get that frustration out through that.
That's what I'm saying. That's their scapegoat for them. Their music. That's their escape.
But not all the time is it gonna actually help, because at points it gets worse and worse the older you get, and especially in situations that you're in, like you're in the public eye, or your music career ain't what it used to be. So especially if you go on social media and you see people taking jabs at you, because at the end of the day you're still human. So no matter how thick skin you get, there's a point where you are vulnerable. So it's not the easy way out. It's not the easy way out.
Plus, apparently, he was also abused as a child.
Yeah, he was also abused as a child.
Yeah. So that all
adds up at the end. So when people say, "Oh, these dudes take the easy way out," no, man, they're fucked up. Mentally, they're fucked up.
A lot of celebrities are mentally fucked up.
People in general, though.
It's the same thing that happened to Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened to Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Depression is a real thing.
Yeah, you know, so when people say, oh, they took the easy way out, oh, they're cowards, they're not cowards. These people are telling you and nobody's listening because people's like, he'd be alright, he's rich.
Yeah, because everybody's idea, like...
That's funny because Chester came out with a song called Nobody's Listening.
Yeah, but like whenever people bring up the fact that they're depressed, people usually just tell you,
get over it.
Get over it. You'll be alright.
Get up, man up, blah, blah. Like, yeah, sometimes it is just you being a little, you just being emo and you ain't trying to face up to what you're doing. But, legitimately, there are times, like, you have no control over that.
Yeah.
That's
like, it comes over like a wave. Like, one day you can be completely happy, good with everything, and then next day, nothing matters.
Yeah.
That's some real fucked up shit.
I mean, it's a real thing.
So, rest in peace, Chester Bennington.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of Linkin Park.
I had a love and hate relationship for the band.
Yeah, I joked about the whole album thing, but I was a fan of the first 2 records.
I like certain songs.
Meteora was my favorite.
I like certain songs for them, but there were never songs that I would like, oh, this shit is groundbreaking or stuff like that.
I've tried with this guy. This guy here back then.
I would never say Linkin Park was groundbreaking.
But they were catchy. There was catchy songs.
They had some pretty decent.
And I can enjoy a catchy song.
This man is dark, death,
as far as
metal,
like metal elitist as I am, or there's a point. Everybody has a starting point, so everybody starts off with a cheesy band or something like that, and that gets them into other stuff if they're open-minded.
Yeah.
So I know for a lot of people, Linkin Park was a opening thing for a lot of people. So rest in peace, Chester Bennington. That's a big loss for that scene as far as like new metal scene.
If anybody loved The Matrix, you know what I'm saying? They did a lot of music in that movie.
Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko and Mighty Mouse versus Ray Borg is scheduled for UFC 215. So that's a pretty dope call right there. Let's also talk about blah blah blah. Colin Kaepernick and the shit that Mike Vick said about him, that he needs to cut his hair.
Michael Vick, you're in no position on saying anything. Anything.
Vick,
nothing. Zero.
Like, I used to defend Mike Vick a lot because, I felt like dude did his time and everybody deserves a second chance. Now, in case people don't know who Mike Vick is, if you're like watching this and you're like from England and you don't know much about American football, Mike Vick was a promising quarterback
for the Atlanta Falcons.
For the Atlanta Falcons, he looked amazing when he first showed up. Like, he was like a game changer. He got bagged fighting dogs on his property. I think it was over like 100 dogs.
Yeah,
dog fight. Over 100 pit bulls they found on his property, dead, buried in the back, and he had a whole bunch of other dogs in kennels. And I think his brother was running the ring, but since it was on his property,
it falls on him.
Marcus Vick ain't no better. He's the worst one, yo.
So
he's another talented player.
So he did 3 years?
Yeah.
He did 3 years, and when he came back,
he did about 3 years, 18 months.
Almost 3 years.
We'll round it out to 3 bullets.
Yeah, we rounded out 3 bullets. But when he came back, he was never the same. And then whatever team he played with, people followed him and protested him. Now my thing was,
even on my Jets.
Yeah, they protested him. They didn't want him on the team. And my thing is about like this, especially with America. They always talk about give people a second chance, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, he served his time. He did everything he was supposed to do as far as community service. He worked with the ASPCA. He did a lot of commercials.
Yeah, he paid his debt.
He paid his debt. And for people to keep protesting him and coming at him, to me, was fucked up and fucking petty. And for him, now that Colin Kaepernick is basically ostracized from the NFL because he decides to take a knee and protest of police shooting black people, and now you're telling him to cut his hair to be more acceptable. It's hypocritical.
Dude, he ain't committed crime like you.
Yeah, he didn't commit a crime like you. He just did a silent protest that hurts no one. So when Michael Vick says what he says, it's like, yo, fuck you, nigga. Because a lot of people stood stood up for you, when they tell you, oh, he deserves a second chance, he did his time, you know.
If anything, you should have been the first guy backing him.
You should have been the first guy backing him, but instead you're so scared of ruffling feathers because you got your foot in the door. Now it's oh, he needs to cut his hair, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, and this country is always built on the fact that anybody, you can say whatever you want, it's free speech, you know, everybody has the First Amendment, whatever, but for some reason when a person of color decides to speak up on something that the institution holds highly, it's a problem. Like,
it's always been a problem.
It's gonna be a problem. It's like, oh, why are you saying that? Stick to what you know. Play your sports or do your music. Stop trying to be political. Like, what's so hard about an artist talking about what's wrong with something?
Yeah, if it's an issue that's near and dear to you, and you actually feel a certain way about it, it's something that's affecting your community or your people.
Oh well.
You have every right to speak about it. Like, you have an opinion. You have something to say, and no athlete, no artist, no nothing should be like attacked for an opinion. The First Amendment rights, like it only works. It only works, at least for some people, if they agree with the opinion. If it's not, then everybody needs to shut the fuck up and just be quiet and go do whatever the hell it's supposed to do.
Or not to be like, oh, you're a bunch of whiners. You're always crying.
It's always something like that. People like to live in these weird echo chambers where everybody just agrees and spits the same nonsense towards each other.
It just kills me because it's like when it kills me how people want to ridicule this guy, but then when the shoe is on the other end, you know, they want to feel sorry. They want you to, you know, sympathize with them and all that other extra shit. And I'm sitting back like, nah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, like, again,
you know,
free speech protects the speech you don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always been like that. Just because his viewpoint is valid.
Extremely valid.
It's extremely valid. What he's saying and what he did, one, they don't hurt anybody.
Nope.
But he's trying to draw awareness to what's going on in the community, in the black community. People are being shot at an alarming rate.
Look
by
at Philando
police.
Castile. The dude had a gun license and everything. Told the cop.
And the cop still shot him.
And cop shot him 7 times.
So
while his kid was in the car and his girlfriend was next to him.
Like that's
not enough.
That's ugly. Like, that's an ugly thing.
And then he gets off.
Oh, what about this? The new a white lady gets shot by a black cop, but everybody wants.
Oh, the black cop going to jail.
Oh no, he Muslim too, but everybody
going to jail.
Everybody want to bring up an amazing background story of her. I wonder why.
And for some reason, they kept bringing up the fact that she was in pajamas.
Who gives a shit?
That was weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like they
like you see in the footage, Philando Castile goes, "I'm going in my glove box to get my license and registration," and he's doing it slow. Like, I'm going in my. He tells the cop, "I'm going in my glove box."
Like, hey, I'm gonna show you something.
I'm gonna get my license, and I'm also. But he goes, "And my gun is in there." But I'm getting my license. He's telling the cop everything the cop needs to know, and the cop shoots him. Anyway. 7 times.
He does it anyway.
That's half a clip. 7 times. With his kid in the car. And you're gonna tell me there was nothing wrong with that? You fucking crazy? Like, how can a jury watch that and be like, eh?
Because juries usually will defer to the cop for some strange reason.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This world's sick, man.
He moved a little too fast. What?
This world is sick.
I mean, how many times have you seen footage of white boys with guns pointing at cops?
And cops don't do nothing.
And cops don't do nothing. They try to de-escalate the situation. How many times have you seen video of white boys fighting cops? Dead ass wild chases in cars. Running through highways, knocking niggas off the road.
Yeah.
And then when the cop grabs him, he's still trying to fight the cop. And what the cops do? Arrest him.
Yep.
Like the video with that girl who ran with that white SUV. That she fucking ran at the cop car and hit that shit and everything. And the cops, all they did was they go in the, once the car stopped, they just get in and grabbed her out and they talked to her like nothing was wrong. I said, you fucking crazy? They would have been shooting that shit if I was me.
I mean, we'd have been dead.
Dead a long time ago. This place, this country is like really crazy sometimes. Like, I mean, it baffles the shit out of me sometimes. I'm like, do we have superpowers? Yeah, we don't know about that. You guys know that y'all got to take us out the way y'all do.
It's called melanin.
I don't fucking know. Shit, are we the X-Men? Let me know, nigga. Stop popping our adamantium claws and shit.
Yo, what's the shit with R. Kelly, man?
Oh,
R. Kelly.
Holy shit. R. Kelly
has a sex cult.
He has a sex cult where he abuses women and keeps them under wraps and does fucked up things to them.
Yeah, there's no reports of them being underage yet, but I'm expecting that.
They say it's between the ages of 18, 19, 20.
Look, the dude's a pedophile. Always been a pedophile.
He's always been a creep.
It's the support that people give him that I find sickening.
How you make a video and you still deny it? That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That was my brother.
That ain't me.
No doubt.
He tried to make his brother take that.
Yeah, for when he was eating the girl's ass on camera.
Like it was puppy child.
And then Usher's been walking around giving girls herpes since 2008.
These are his confessions. He left that out of the confessions.
Yeah, he left that out of the Confessions album.
Damn.
Oh man, I feel. Damn. I don't feel bad for him because he was giving girls STDs. Like that's the foulest shit you could do.
Yeah, I feel more bad for the ladies that got caught up in that, especially after he tried to play it off that he wasn't the one that was giving girls that shit.
He had to pay out a girl $1 million. I mean, for him, $1 million is probably like a chump change.
It's probably chump change, but at the same time.
But at the same time, you know what you did that's foul. If you have something like herpes.
You have anything.
Yeah, if you have anything, but I mean, herpes is for life though. So, regardless, if you have a sexual partner and you have herpes, let that girl know, especially if you're going to go raw.
Yeah.
You got an outbreak, chill, man.
Yeah, if you have an outbreak, chill buddy.
Chill, yo. Come on.
Like, you know, you're there with the bumpy dick, and you're just like, you know what?
I mean,
I don't know when I'm going to hit this again.
I read this shit, and they were talking about he had a green discharge from his dick.
Yeah, like, why? Why?
Ugh. The fuck?
Listen, if there's shit coming out of your dick at any point in time,
go to the doctor.
When you're not either peeing or jerking off, go to the doctor. There's something very, very wrong there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
if there's burning sensations, itching, anything, go to the doctor,
bro. Go see the doctor.
Do not play yourself like that.
I mean, especially when you're in a position where you're in the public eye, you know, you gotta be more careful with how you move.
Confessions part 3 is gonna.
Or you know, go to a clinic and use a false name like Ron Mexico.
Yeah.
Michael Vick.
Something.
Yeah. Go under the.
Oh.
Yeah. Usher can go on the Sprinkles Washington.
Nigga said Michael Vick.
But yeah, that's fucked up on Usher.
It's a bad look.
It's definitely a bad look. Also, another crazy thing that happened: Kevin Hart cheated on his pregnant wife.
My rib.
With a white girl. I don't know why they brought up that she's white, but whatever.
Because they always gotta bring.
Yeah, they always gotta bring it up that she's white.
Yo, Black Twitter about to be.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Kanye West called it.
Yeah, Kanye West called it. When you get on, you ask for a white girl. So, I mean, this is fucked up because Kevin Hart been on so many interviews calling his girl his rib. This is the love of his life.
Damn.
This is the only one for him, and then all of a sudden they catch him cheating.
Man, temptation.
While she's pregnant, which is even worse.
Temptation is hell of a thing, man.
Yeah.
And probably she's at that point where they can't have sex, and he's trying to, get that
Damn.
Well, anyway.
It's still a bad look, though.
I mean, it also makes you look back because you calling her your rib, you calling her this.
Yeah.
And it's like he's gonna lose a lot of fucking money because if she chooses to get a divorce, that prenup. I mean, people sign prenups, but there's always stipulations in the prenup, if he cheats or if he abuses me, shit like that. They can get this amount of money.
It's over.
And trust me, she probably made him sign that in the prenup. If he cheats, yada yada yada. So
I mean, it depends. Like if he made that prenup and it's all on his, it all favors him.
I doubt it though.
I mean, I doubt it too.
Now she has a kid with him too.
Like the kid is gonna be the factor right there.
This gets
and the fact that he cheated.
Yeah.
So they could be like, he embarrassed me in public, this, that, and third.
Yeah,
so
she got a lot of options.
She got a lot of options.
That's
so yeah,
cool.
Kevin Hart, you done fucked up. See the way my bank account's set up, you could use that. When y'all go to the delegation with the lawyers, see the way my bank account's set up.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Say it with your chest. I mean, no, he wasn't ready. So yeah, I mean,
You better get ready.
Damn.
yeah, it's fucked up. Before we got stopped, we talked about D23 and Avengers Infinity War that's coming up. They introduced the Black the Black Order? The Black Order. These are 5 of Thanos henchmen or 4. I think there's only 4 for them.
I think it's
Black Maul,
Clover's Grave, Proxima Midnight,
and the big
Super
guy.
Giant, and White Dwarf. So it's 5.
Yeah, but they only have White Dwarf. I didn't see Super Giant in the thing.
She'll probably be there eventually.
So those are the Thanos' peoples in Avengers Infinity. But from what I saw on the Marvel's caption, they said Thanos and his children.
Yeah, they're going. They're not calling them Black Order. At least it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're calling them the children of Thanos.
So or maybe they are his children, like like the way that he did
Gamora
and Nebula. So maybe like that. I think that's a cool twist. I'm dying to see what they're gonna do with Infinity War because it opens so much. Like what happens when Thanos gets the gauntlet? Like what kind of powers is he gonna use? Is he gonna be like time traveling people? Or is he gonna be bending the universe? Like,
I mean, a lot of good questions.
Yeah, that shit is gonna be ill.
I want to see how I want to see how overpowered Thanos is even before he gets the gauntlet.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be overpowered as fuck.
I'm pretty sure he's.
Remember, he fought Galactus like a standstill in the comics.
Yeah, so it looks like he already has the gauntlet. I don't know if he has any of the gems yet.
No, he don't have none.
Remember that soul still that soul.
Yeah, he still needs a soul gem.
That's in Wakanda. I have a funny feeling.
But he doesn't have any of the gems yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have any.
Like he just has the Infinity Gauntlet. So what's confirmed is that Adam Warlock is not in the film.
He'll probably be in part 2.
Yeah, he's more than likely going to show up in part 2, but it's kind of been confirmed that Adam Warlock isn't going to be in Infinity War. They said they have about 60 heroes in the film.
60 heroes.
So I'm willing to bet
Fantastic Four might pop up.
Fantastic Four may pop up. I'm willing to bet that the Defenders are going to show up somewhere in there.
That's going to be ill.
Daredevil, finally.
I'm willing to bet. I'm not saying this is confirmed, but I'm willing to bet it's there. Just because there's 60 fucking people and they need to fill that fucking roster out.
All these guys got to fight Thanos.
Yeah.
All these guys got to fight Thanos.
So I'm willing to guess that, somewhere along there, you're probably going to see the Defenders in there. Even if they're not, directly in the film, you're going to see them somewhere, like an Easter egg, maybe.
Spider-Man, all of them cats.
Actually, Spider-Man's going to be there. I'm not ruling out the first appearance of Captain Marvel in there either.
Yeah, I think Captain Marvel might show up.
Guardians is definitely in the film.
Of course, Guardians is going to be there.
They've been confirmed.
Confirmed.
They're in the film already.
When at the end of Guardians of Galaxy 2, that's what they said. They'll show up in Infinity War.
Yeah,
so
they're showing up in Infinity War. That's pretty much it. Because I think the story is supposed to be that they're being chased by Thanos or some shit towards Earth or something like that.
They might introduce Stain, Thanos' son.
Yeah, because just because they brought in the Black Order, it brings up, since that was part of the Infinity storyline, that was kind of recent.
Yeah, all different Marvel.
During that time. It was before that, actually.
Oh.
Like when the world was, before Battle World happened.
Yeah.
The Black Order, Thanos basically came to Earth to kill his last child. His last child is an inhuman named Thane. He basically imprisons
people in Amber,
he imprisons Thanos in Amber. He basically has one hand that gives life and one hand that gives death. He imprisons Thanos in Amber, and Corvus Glaive is the one who basically sets Thanos up with that. So realistically, since you have the Black Order, there's and the Inhumans are already a thing in the Marvel universe now. With the TV series coming, there's a very real possibility that we may see Thane as well.
And Inhumans pop up there too, I guess.
Yeah. More than likely Inhumans, if they want to do that, they can also put the Inhumans in the series.
They probably will, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if they got 60, they got to fill that up.
They got to fill that gap. Another thing, there is no standalone Hulks coming at all.
Oh my God, man.
This is already happening because Universal and Marvel can't come to an agreement. Like, Marvel owns the Hulk, but they don't own
the movie rights.
Universal
Standalone movie.
Yeah, they don't either own the movie rights or they don't own the rights for the Hulk's villains.
Just give up. Universal, just give up.
It's some weird shit. So you're not gonna see the Hulk there, but apparently the Hulk is going to play. He's playing second banana to everybody in their films now.
Yeah.
So his story, like, he's gonna have a very.
It's hard to make a Hulk movie anyway.
It is. He's too strong.
He's too powerful.
He is too strong, but he's gonna be in Thor Ragnarok. They say he's gonna play a big role in Infinity, which makes sense because he's probably the only guy there who could probably go toe to toe with Thanos.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah,
no Hulk movies.
Zack Snyder removed himself.
Yeah, Zack Snyder removed himself from Justice League.
From the Justice League film. So more than likely you're not gonna see a directing credit from Zack Snyder. Before we got cut off, I also said that nobody's sure if this was Zack Snyder's own, like he did this on his own, or is this the studio that's just scrubbing his name from it, since he left about halfway through the film, and Joss Whedon's picking up all that slack.
The cleaner.
The man we affectionately know as the Cleaner or the Wolf from Pulp Fiction. So nobody's sure about it, but yeah, if Warner Brothers did do this on their own and they're basically scrubbing Zack Snyder from the DC universe, that's fucked up, especially on the Justice League film since he put a lot into that.
Yeah.
And he's gotten halfway through that, and that's been his baby for a long time. Like, I'm not a fan.
I don't even think he's gonna do part 2.
Yeah. Like, I'm not a fan of the Snyderverse or any of the DC stuff that they've done so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the very least, give the man his credit. He did put a lot into it.
He took a lot of criticism too.
Yeah, he took a lot of heat for it, and I understand like he's not gonna finish it because of the things that happened in his family, his personal the personal tragedies that he's had with his daughter's passing and everything. So I can understand that him stepping away to deal with whatever he has to deal with. But yeah, if it's Warner Brothers that's doing this again, yeah, that's
pretty foul.
Yeah, it's a foul. That's a bad look, Warner Brothers. If it's you guys.
It probably was Warner Brothers. I mean,
it is what it is.
They've taken a lot of crazy risks.
Yeah, I mean, they should just get like I said this before we got cut off last time. Hopefully this is actually recording.
Marc.
Yeah. Like I said, DC needs
Hey, they did what Matt Reeves did. Throw the fucking script away. I don't want this shit.
Yeah,
this shit's fucking garbage.
Now they're talking about that Ben Affleck. They might try to they don't want him as Batman.
What?
I just saw that online.
No.
He wants to leave as Batman or something.
There hasn't been any talk about.
That's what I'm saying. Batman has popped on the Batman news or something, because that's the only way it'd be more real.
I saw it on AOL.com.
Nah,
that man ain't going nowhere.
From what I heard, he's not he wasn't happy with being Batman with that whole Snyder thing, and then he didn't like the way the Batman movie was going. Plus, he was directing and But I haven't heard anything about him not wanting to do the Matt Reeves.
I think he's gonna be fine with Matt Reeves' Batman.
I mean, at the very same time, it's not unimaginable to see him walk away from it. They're taking a really long time with this film.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't see him walking away from it.
When I read the news, I mean, I read like a couple sentences and it looked like this Ben Affleck isn't happy.
I mean, he
ain't never happy.
But he's not happy with the Batman.
He's been mad about that. He's been mad about that whole shit since
they've been saying Batman's supposed to have been done how long ago? Wasn't it supposed to go in production how long ago?
Like a year ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
Supposed to be released by next year.
But Matt Reeves threw everything out, so now they got a whole nother thing.
That's why he's going crazy, because Matt Reeves is looking
he was also gonna leave beforehand, before they got Reeves. Because he was like, either I get another director or I'm walking.
That's right, because he couldn't take all that shit.
Yeah.
Dealing with directing
and plus he's already kind of sour on them already because of Batman vs Superman. Remember, his biggest thing was that he didn't want to be in another Daredevil.
Yep.
Like he wanted to do a superhero movie
that his kid could be proud of.
Yeah, and he didn't want to be in another Daredevil. Daredevil was such a black eye for him.
Daredevil was ass.
And
don't remind me. That's my favorite fucking Marvel.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that, but you know.
It's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
No, that's a Marvel character.
Like a lot of people don't know that, but also Ben Affleck is a huge comic book head. Like he loves Daredevil was one of his favorite characters. That's why he wanted that film because Daredevil's his favorite superhero.
Didn't Kevin Smith direct?
No. He was trying to take it.
He wrote it, right?
No.
Nah, he wanted to do that.
He wanted to do that shit. Just like he wanted to do the Warner Brothers Superman Returns.
Yeah. But that was also his first writing gig, and I've heard the script that he came up with, and that was a bit of a mess.
Thank God that shit. Thank God the writer's strike happened. You know who was gonna play Superman?
It wasn't the writer's strike that killed that.
No, right around that time that all productions and everything had paused because of the writer's strike. But thank God it didn't happen. You know why? Because guess who was gonna play fucking that motherfucker? Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Thank God.
That was in that Tim Burton.
What you mean? This is the greatest actor of all time.
You mean the Tim Burton?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that movie was a mess. That movie wasn't gonna.
He said that's the greatest actor of all time.
Nicolas Cage. If you going crazy, man, yeah.
Yeah, greatest actor of all time.
Can't believe y'all.
Nikolai Coppola.
Yeah, Nicholas Coppola.
Nicholas Coppola, yeah, motherfucker. You wanna hide your names just because you know damn well.
Because he's so damn good as an actor.
Yeah, he didn't want to be caught up in the Coppola name.
Yeah.
He didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah, he would
wanted
have said that shit to
own
God
merits.
So
besides the fact that his first acting roles were in his uncle's films,
yeah.
He wanted to get there on his own merit without his uncle's name.
Not his uncle, his cousin, his aunts.
Yeah. But that Superman movie, it wasn't gonna happen anyway. Like it was gonna be a turd regardless.
Tim Burton and Superman don't mix.
Tim Burton's Superman was really weird and stupid. Kevin Smith's Superman basically turned into Wild Wild West. And it was Kevin Smith's first.
Oh my God!
Watch what happened to the death of the Superman movie.
Yeah, it's called.
It's a documentary.
Death of Superman.
Death of Super Real.
They did that whole thing. That was also Kevin Smith's first
It had Brainiac in it, right?
Yeah,
it was Brainiac.
It was Kevin Smith's first legit Hollywood writing job. And he basically caved into everything the producers wanted him to put in the film. So that movie was going to be a mess regardless of whatever the fuck happened.
Oh my God.
Like, I'd rather see Kevin Smith take on a superhero film on his own, even though I don't think he has the skills to make a good superhero movie. Because he's really good at certain types of films.
Right.
Superhero films.
Yeah, I don't think so.
More likely ain't one of them.
Unless it's full of a lot of. You can get a good Kevin Smith story.
Yeah, unless it's full of a lot of dick jokes and stuff. Like
a Deadpool maybe.
I think he can write a really good screenplay for something like Daredevil.
Deadpool would be good.
No, he has one of the best runs for Daredevil.
That is true.
Period.
Yeah.
So
Guardian Devil.
Yeah. So I think he can write a really good Daredevil screenplay. I just don't think he would be the guy you would tap to direct it. Yeah. Like he has the chops to write a story. Red State was a really good film that he made, and that was a serious movie. There was no jokes in it at all, really. So he has the chops for that, but I don't think he can make. I just don't think he can direct a superhero movie. That's all. But yeah, back to DC. DC is just going off completely.
Kick the bucket with them.
Yeah, hopefully Josh Whedon manages to right this ship somewhat.
Hopefully Josh Whedon actually can get everything on.
He can handle multiple characters. He showed that with the Avengers.
Yeah. The fact that he even made a competent movie with Age of Ultron after all the shit they wanted him to add in that film to set up the next phase was impressive. Like Age of Ultron is not a good film. It's not a good movie.
They rushed him.
It wasn't that they rushed him. They just made him add he basically was closing out one part and starting an entire other phase.
Oh, so he was on Act 1 and Act 2, and then all of a sudden they told him to...
No, he's closing Act 1, like Phase 1 and 2, to go into Phase 3. It's basically to set up Infinity War and all that stuff, while trying to, at the same time, close out this entire arc and start getting Civil War and shit ready. like all that. So
Nah,
basically,
chill. That's too much.
so basically, he had to close out one thing and start
Open another one,
and
and then
thing
open another one.
while telling a coherent story.
Nah, that's too much.
So, all those things considered, Age of Ultron is
It wasn't a bad movie.
it wasn't a good movie.
No, it wasn't a great movie.
It wasn't
It was a good movie. It's entertaining.
like considering what that was, like what he had to juggle. I'm surprised he made a movie as good as he did.
Yeah, but remember he said he was stressed out making that movie.
Because
that's why I'm stepping down.
Because that's when they had that fucking panel that was basically dictating everybody what they wanted them to do. It's the same thing that happened to like that's kind of what DC needs at the same time. Like I think they should just get Scott Snyder and Jeff Johns to map out everything. Because they're like the two best guys at DC right now. Just have them map out the entire DCU and get that going. Because you guys already they already fumbled the start. Like right now they need
Yeah, they fumbled the start bad.
Yeah, they just need people that right now can basically pick up those pieces and start putting something even better together.
Because if you keep having bad movies, it's just gonna leave a sour taste in your mouth, and then you're just gonna end up losing money.
Yeah, I mean,
Wonder Woman, I've heard was a good movie. I haven't watched it yet.
Thankfully,
so maybe that probably helped them a little bit in the momentum to go where they want to go.
Like I said, thankfully they hit with Wonder Woman. Like
I think that's going to be the only. I think that's just the start.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Thankfully they hit with Wonder Woman, because if Wonder Woman would have tanked,
forget it.
And
Nah,
it got bad
it would have
reviews,
been a wrap.
that's it. That was it. Like that would have been
reboot everything all over.
Yeah, then you would have had another reboot.
Yeah.
Hopefully Matt Reeves' Batman happens sometime before 2025.
I heard Deathstroke's not going to be in, man.
The Justice League movie, hopefully it's not just a bloated mess like
Batman
vs Superman, where they're just trying to set everything up really rapidly and try to introduce everybody really quickly.
Because they're so desperate to catch up to Marvel.
Yeah, I personally I think they should just use the first movie as a setup film, and then
build everything up slow.
After that.
That's
so
fucked up, man.
Like set it up.
They have to do it slow though.
No, I'm talking about like the way they had Man of Steel. That was one. And the way they started off with Batman v Superman. They could have just started off with fucking like we had that conversation.
Yeah,
they could have just fucking
Batman.
started off with Batman, and then afterwards, just go out throughout the movie. Just go out through the years when he was Batman.
I don't.
And then at the end of the fucking.
No, you could have had him as old Bruce Wayne.
It took too long. Like do Man of Steel. That's fine. That's what they started off their DCU with. Do Man of Steel. For some reason, I feel like Snyder didn't want to do Batman versus Superman. I feel like he wanted to do a Batman movie.
I felt that too.
And the studio was like, nah, it's got to have Superman in it too. So he was kind of forced into it. I think a Zack Snyder Batman would have actually been really good.
Yeah, his style lends to dark characters.
And plus, unlike Superman, he got Batman right.
Yeah.
I think a standalone Batman would have been fine. If they'd have followed that up with either Suicide Squad or Wonder Woman, that would have worked too. Like Suicide Squad, regardless.
Correct.
Suicide Squad is a movie that didn't need to happen. In all honesty, it didn't need to happen. It was terrible. It was a terrible movie.
It was a garbage movie.
It should never have happened.
I forced myself to sit down and finish watching that shit.
They should have started with their core three like they always do. Do Batman, do Superman, do Wonder Woman. When those pop off, then you either try to branch out. Then you do Suicide Squad. Even though I don't see the point in Suicide Squad in the DCU.
No, they were trying to do this. They were trying to break that all villain movie. Remember, Sinister Six was supposed to come out.
That's it. The problem with all those...
They just wanted to say, okay, you know what? We came out with our super villain movie first.
The problem with all that shit... Oh, it's almost 7 o'clock. The problem with all that shit is you can't do that. Like these all villain movies, everybody knows how they're gonna what's gonna happen. They become good guys at the end. They decide, oh, we're gonna do the right thing this time. We're not gonna leave each other behind.
We're buddies.
Yeah, like everybody knows.
BFFs.
We're a team.
Yeah, all these villains. Plus, the team didn't make any sense. These are guys who were sent to be fight Superman. Should he ever go rogue? You literally got a guy who shoots guns.
He's now no way.
He's no way in hell killing Superman. You got Harley Quinn with a baseball bat.
Nope.
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do with Superman?
Lift her skirt up.
Fucking nothing. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna get kicked to the sun. You got
Croc.
Killer Croc.
BT.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna swim.
Yeah, he's gonna swim faster than Superman. He gonna bite him.
Oh, yeah. What, for his teeth to be broken?
Yeah.
Biting him?
Yeah, you got him. None of those characters can fight Superman at all.
Captain Boomerang.
That's
Captain Boomerang could.
Honestly,
No,
out of
Attached to
all
the
the
speed
characters
force,
in that fucking movie, that was the character I actually liked the most.
There's only 2 characters in that entire
Captain
film.
fucking Boomerang.
and Tom Hardy was smart for turning down that
Yeah,
role.
he was. He was very
But-
smart for turning on that role.
That movie's trash.
Only 2 characters in Justice in that
Captain
Suicide
Boomerang,
Squad could have fought
The
Superman.
fire guy.
The Fire Guy
Whatever. his
Diablo.
fucking name, yeah.
and the Enchantress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because
Superman's
their powers
weak to
Power
magic.
magic.
Yeah, because their powers are like magic-y. That's it.
Magic. It's a new word.
Yeah, that's a new word.
That was the only person I liked, Captain Boomerang, though.
But yeah, it was crap. Anyway, moving on.
Or Slipknot.
Yeah, or Slipknot. He was a
What
beast.
the fuck was that?
He was so powerful. He was so powerful. He couldn't even contain his powers, and his head exploded.
Before we got cut off, my brother was talking about video games.
Yeah, none of it matters anymore.
Atari.
Yeah, Atari's making a new system. It's on Kickstarter. There are no specs to speak of. It's coming in wood grain and in black and red.
The wood green looks nice, though.
You get to
So put your money into it and never get it back.
yeah. That Street Fighter V just released the trailer for Abigail from Final Fight. He's basically the size of the entire screen. He's fucking huge. He has
Which
a
one's
really-
Abigail?
He's one of the bosses from Final Fight. The dude with like he kind of looks like Andor, but he has like a mohawk.
Okay, yeah, I
He
remember
has like
him.
a white shirt.
Yeah.
He's
That was the nigga with the glasses?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember him now.
He's a new character in Street Fighter V.
That's cool.
Tekken 7 has Geese Howard. They
Broken as fuck.
They announced
Like all
him.
Neo Geo bosses.
Yeah. They
If you
announced-
ever played a Neo Geo game, you know the frustration of fighting their final bosses.
Yeah, they announced him. Arc System Works has a Blaze Blue Cross, which is kind of their thing where they're throwing all their characters into one game. Studio Akira has an unnamed fighting game. It has no name yet. But it has all the characters from Street Fighter EX, minus the Capcom-owned ones. There's probably going to be some other new ones. According to the buzz in the fighting game community, is that people are really hyped about it because it's been a while since anybody's got a chance to play with Skullomania, and he's like the OG.
Street Fighter EX character.
Yeah, he's the OG Street Fighter EX character. Everybody loves him. They've always wanted to see him in another Street Fighter game, but Capcom never had the rights to him. So he's gonna be in this fighting game. He looks and plays. It seems like he looks and he plays exactly like he did in the EX series. So that's a good thing. Also, Future Trunks was confirmed for Dragon Ball Z Fighters, another game from Arc System Works.
They're probably the best 2D fighting game guys out right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love their
I
fucking
mean, Capcom, Street Fighter V is massive. It's massive.
I still haven't played.
I don't like. Ever since Street Fighter 4, I just don't like Street Fighter. Like that, they jump and they feel floaty. I don't like it.
I think they're bringing out Marvel versus Capcom effect.
Nah.
And yeah, Marvel versus Capcom Infinity. Who was it they announced?
I know they got Sigma and Ultron mixed together. That's like
Yeah.
dudes.
They announced.
I'm excited. I was excited for that Black Panther. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't remember who they announced. I forgot who I was talking about. I don't particularly care because SVC games are always stupid.
I want to know what the hell is the Nintendo Switch going to do with these games. I mean, I'm too impatient. It's me.
I mean, you just gotta wait. Everything's coming soon. You got
I need to hurry up.
this Friday. Tomorrow you get Splatoon.
Funniest fucking name in the world. Splatoon.
After that,
Sounds like a bucket you spit in.
after that, you can have
FIFA.
Mario Odyssey, FIFA.
NBA 2K.
It
Yeah.
looks.
Yeah.
It also looks like
Sports
it also looks like
games.
Platinum.
Don't play the sport in real life.
It also looks like Platinum Games is bringing their library over to the Switch. So you're gonna be seeing Bayonetta 2, probably the Wonderful 101. quite possibly vanquish, and if Konami can get off their ass, we can probably get Metal Gear Solid Revengeance on there too. But yeah.
Now that right there sounds...
That'd be dope.
That sounds amusing,
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So that's it, right?
Yeah, that's
what
it.
else I got to talk about? Nothing. Do we?
Nah.
No, I ain't got nothing.
So
to say.
enjoy the terrible edit.
Yeah.
Blame Marc. Hopefully this podcast will be up by tomorrow.
Fuck that.
Hopefully. Because, you know, it's all Marc's fault. So
Fuck that.
hopefully be up by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And y'all have fun. Enjoy UFC Fight Night Long Island. Next week Adrian Broner versus Jesse Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is gonna be happening out in Brooklyn. So if y'all want tickets, they probably still tickets left at Barclays Center. I thought that shit sold out.
Nobody wants to see Adrian Broner fight anyway.
Garcia.
I do want to see Mikey Garcia cream him, but I'll probably watch it on HBO.
I'm watching it on HBO.
It's gonna be free. So yeah, that's the end of the Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast episode 25. We'll be back next week, and hopefully Marc charges the camera this time and next time, and we'll talk about John Jones versus DC and whatever else happens. Maybe another celebrity offs himself, and we'll have something to talk about. Until then, peace out.